duality. Who trying to...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Washington football team. And off we go from Denver. DeAndre Carter returning it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And here's a give to Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here's a first at the 38. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. The first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, right back to Gibson. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it?
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. A handoff for Gibson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Gibson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Cam on the option. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They snap it to Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A huge play there for Denver. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there.
There he goes, left side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run here with Gibson. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A handoff running left is Gibson. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off play action, Newton. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Newton on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right. right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Play fake. Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers in order to win the game.
Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On second down, a run with Gibson. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And all the way home for the Broncos score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard to go here on second down. They'll go again with Gibson. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They run. It's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 158 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They find some open field here. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there for Denver.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
That's all you got.
He's at the 50. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll run. It's Gibson. Uh-oh. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Treads the 15, shy of the 10. Man, 206 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A carry for Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give running right, Gibson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Bridgewater to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. Able to find Judy. Oh, he's got a little daylight made. And boy, did they need that. Out across the 30-yard line with a nice chunk play. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. This pass caught by Hamler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A big play there on the catch and run. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And this will be caught. Touchdown! They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win